Best Japanese whiskey you ever tasted. Hibiki 25-year-old anniversary edition that I had at a cigar bar in Tokyo, in Shibuya. Really good stuff. You might fool these ADA holders, Charles, but to anyone with life experience, you're nothing but a fraud. See, these are the kinds of comments I love. They actually get me up in the morning. They say, you're a fraud, you're a fraud, you're a fraud. It's like, tell them what you're going to do. We're going to build the world's best proof-of-stake system. Do it. We launched Shell 8. Tell them what you did. How do you guys like Shell 8? Anybody make a block? But I'm a fraud, right? And why is my economic system any worse than the economic systems built by my peers or by the past? Tell me, how long does it take to send a wire transfer? Why do we need custodians? Why do we need the existing settlement and clearing systems and middlemen for payment processors? Is it easy to get a loan? Are you honestly confident that everybody has access to credit? Can you manage your risk really well? Can everybody manage their risk really well? Is there a lot of innovation in insurance markets? Securities markets working really well? How much money does it cost to do a securities offering? And who's that available to? How many poor people do we have in the world? Why are all the people protesting in the streets about Occupy Wall Street and then later on BLM and these other things? And one of the core things they keep talking about is class disparity. Why is it when our economy in the United States goes down 30%, the billionaires make $600 billion of excess money? Is that fair? Is there something right in that economy? Why is it that productivity has gone up 400% over the last 30 years, but people work more hours today than my grandfather worked and make less? He raised 7 kids by himself with his stay-at-home wife and retired a millionaire off a lineman's salary on my mom's side. Nowadays, both parents have to work and they retire in debt with no savings. Something's wrong there. The economic system is rigged, and it's rigged against the middle class and the poor people. The point of our industry is to rebalance the scales and build a new system that doesn't just benefit a small group of people and enslave the rest. The point of the system is to take all that wealth that's been created and make it a little bit more fair without undoing the world economy. Rather, the opposite, create new wealth and new businesses. The very system I created put new people in business. There are people waking up every day and they have a job title, stake pool operator. Before Cardano existed, that was not a job. Now it is, just like eBay power seller is. How is that a fraud? You tell me. If it works, it's better than the past, and people are participating at the scale of hundreds of thousands, soon to be millions. Doesn't that seem like a new economy? And if it's voluntary and people came into that new economy and they participate in that new economy, provides real value and utility to them, so people get their livelihoods from that new economy, how is that fraudulent? What seems fraudulent to me is a system that enslaves people and then uses propaganda and violence to keep itself in power, which is the system that we have today. And that system needs to die. And it'll either kill itself because it'll get so terrible and so bad, it will bankrupt the entire world and collapse it to anarchy and chaos, or people will wake up, opt out of it, get into a new system. That's why Bitcoin was created. Magic internet money, and it's worth hundreds of billions of dollars today, just 11 years after it was created. That's not a bubble. That is an example of a movement leaving the system of our forefathers, which happens to be corrupt and evil, and entering into a system that has integrity. And the more people who do it, the more powerful that system becomes. And eventually that will be the dominant system, not the one of the past. And the one of the past will wither away on the vine. If that's fraudulent, I don't want to be right. I'd rather be a fraudster.